was just still in just regular Jedi Sith robes with no suit, no Vader suit.
No,
if he was just Anakin
arms.
turned Sith, no suit. Can you imagine?
Oh, it would be unbelievable.
He would have taken Palpatine's seat in like a year. He would have
Probably.
overruled, dude.
Yeah.
Right after Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah.
Like in a what
He
if,
would-
if he
right.
defeated Obi-Wan,
Yep.
he would have just went right
He
for
would have
Palpatine.
obeyed Palpatine for a little bit, getting used to things, getting used to the whole dark side, getting used to the the wars happening, learning his new abilities.
Right.
But the minute he was confident, Palpatine is gone. Palpatine's
sure.
gone.
Good evening and welcome to the Real Logic Show. I'm your host Charlie, and here we deep dive into all things movies, from the biggest of blockbusters to the hidden gems, figuring out what works, what doesn't, and why. So grab your coffee and let's talk movies. I want to thank you guys for being here, back for another Jedi Council meeting. Today I'm joined with Jared, as you remember,
Howdy.
and our new friend Nate.
Right?
We are getting into a little new episode here. We got a Star Wars topic for you guys today, and we're just going to get right into it. So right off the bat here, Nate, with you being on the podcast for the first time, I got a little hot seat for you. A couple questions.
Do it.
Don't have to think too hard into it. Just rebel it off. So, in terms of Star Wars, what do you think is the most overrated character?
Ooh. Any timeline, anywhere?
Yeah. Any canon, no legends, of course. Animated shows. Or
I'm not gonna count Rey and Kylo and all because I feel like we
fair.
already have
we have our
opinion on that.
Yes, we do.
Oh man. Honestly, General Grievous, I think.
Overrated, you think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Only because he doesn't know that he was manipulated. He was a human being, kind of, whatever race he was, I forget. But
Yes.
the Sith made him, they lied to him, and they made him into what he is. So when I say overrated, it kind of comes with an extra layer,
Fair.
only because he doesn't know that he's being manipulated and all that. And I feel like the only thing he's useful for is killing Jedi, and he's not even that great at that. He's only good at the lesser tier Jedi is what he kills.
Fair.
And
he
I
was
feel
good
like
up until Obi-Wan.
right,
Yeah,
but
he
but I
got
feel like when
swapped
he
out with
faces a real threat, like when
he jumped ship.
he
Yeah.
just leaves.
True.
So I mean, like as kind of badass as he is,
He's kind of a punk.
he's
bitch at the
also
same time.
kind of a punk and kind of useless when things get real. I mean, I love the character. I think he's really cool, but I honestly think he is a little overrated. Like people put him up there. Oh, lightsaber combat. He's just. Is he though, or does he just have 4 arms?
It's so funny you're saying this because in terms of my top 3 villains, I may have to change one of my answers now.
No, you don't have to change it.
All right, let's go on to the next one here. Vader or Palpatine?
4, just
In general.
general Vader all day.
Yeah, I
it's
think
an easy.
that's pretty...
I like for different reasons. I mean, Palpatine. If you're going the long run, like if you're like, hey, we need to rebuild an empire.
Great
I mean,
Sith.
obviously, it's him, no doubt. He's got the smarts. He's got the wits. He can play a good guy. He can play the old caring man. That's a basic politician, obviously, and he can kind of be in it for the long run if he just slowly over time manipulation, all that. But if I'm just going for like who I would want on my side. Vader all day.
Definitely.
You need a problem solved. It's not going to be over time. It's not going to be manipulation. It's going to be like, hey, need this problem solved, Vader. Whether even if he was on a good side, he's still super powerful. And you need a problem solved. Vader's just going to do it. Just simply just do it.
Vader's the muscle.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And
I would
even
rather
as-
have Vader.
As a kid growing up, like the aura that Darth Vader truly had.
He's terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
He's
one of the
terrifying
great.
I mean,
villains of all
even
time.
when the suit was fresh in the first 10 steps,
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was learning how to walk.
Yeah.
He still, you were just like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah. All right, next one here. Favorite lightsaber?
favorite lightsaber. So, like, just any lightsaber ever,
Yeah.
Ahsoka Tano's.
Okay, good.
Easy.
So
Not even close.
Which one of Ahsoka's?
The
though?
dual white.
White.
Not even a close, nothing comes close for me for a favorite.
Nice.
I just
that.
like how, because it's specifically to her style of combat, how one's shorter.
Yes.
And because
Yeah.
she's a small character, she's a small person.
Yeah.
Even when she's fully grown, she's really not that big.
Yeah.
So for her, quick, agile, being trained by Anakin, and how he taught her to fight unconventionally and all that, I just feel like those are the most badass, kind of just unique. Other than maybe like Darth Maul's lightsaber. But I mean, so many people use a double-sided now that it's not really unique.
Yeah.
I think Ahsoka's are like just super unique. You don't see them very often. Unique to her, just badass.
Yeah, good answer. How about you? What do you think?
I think, to be honest, I think that my favorite's got to be Cal Kestis from the new
Jedi games.
The Jedi games, yeah. I like the double-sided. I like how it's versatile. It can be whatever you need it to be, and how he engineers it.
That is true. I forgot about the turning one
you could
side off.
Even this, you could change so that it comes out the sides like Kylo, and then you can adjust the angle.
Can he separate them?
Yeah, so he pulls it apart, and then now he's dual wielding and shit like that.
But I feel like that's I feel like that's a newer mechanic in the lore, kind of. Like,
yeah. Well, but also just flat out his design, I think, is cool, where it's got like the long shield on the top of the hilt.
Yep.
I really dig that design.
Yeah.
Our next one here. Prequels or originals?
No matter which one I choose, I'm going to get hate. So
yeah.
But prequels.
Okay.
That's a hot take.
Anakin is Poppy.
So, to just to rebuttal this a little bit, Revenge of the Sith, no doubt, is one of my favorite Star Wars movies of all times. But in terms of 4, 5, 6, so what are your? So we can just break this down here real quick. In terms of episodes 1 and 2, thoughts on those first 2 episodes? Okay,
so the first 2 Star Wars, I love them, and for the time they were revolutionary. You cannot compare any other movie in that time that offered the difference that movie made. You know, this, and it wasn't even CGI; it was all particle effects. I mean, the fact that I don't know, man. It's just, as much as I want to love the originals over the prequels, just something. I mean, just growing up, 7 years old, going to bed at night on a weekend, watching Revenge of the Sith. I mean, just that was unmatched.
That was our generation.
And it may be, a little biased because I grew up with it, but I don't know.
I think our generation has that bias towards it compared to the originals, who also had their bias towards the originals, and that's why they were shitting on the prequels.
As we're shitting on the sequels.
But
that's a little more justified.
But a touch on that.
But that's from our perspective, though.
Right.
That's just all about perspective.
We'll get into it.
Yeah. I'm just happy that Hayden Christensen is finally getting the love he deserves.
100%.
Because I think our generation would have been a disappointment if we would have continued on the boomer generation that was hating on him, because he does not deserve that hate. He carried.
Do you remember that, it was a Comic-Con event where he comes up on stage and everyone's cheering him on?
He comes to tears. He comes to tears, and he's like, I can't believe the amount of love, and just I'm happy that our generation kind of provided that, what he deserved.
Oh, absolutely.
I completely agree. All right, last one I got here for you. Give me one hot take within the Star Wars universe that you think most people disagree with you with.
Oh, man. Just one?
Yeah, one little hot take.
Ahsoka could beat Vader in a duel.
That is tough. That's a tough.
Because, hold on. My reasoning.
Okay.
It snips, first of all. And Anakin is still in there. Anakin might swing for the kill, technically. He might have, he's Vader. He's going to have powerful swings. He's going to have force-enhanced speed, all that. But it still snips. And Anakin is still in there.
Fair.
And, Ahsoka leaves the Order and all that, the setup. I feel like their connection, just through, whether he's Anakin or Vader, even if he was still Anakin and they had a disagreement and they fought, say it was Ahsoka that turned, I still think that she would beat him, just because he's Ahsoka's the last thing that he's kind of holding on to. He's done with Padme. He's dismissed Padme at this point. Ahsoka, he can still feel her. Okay. I feel like if they were to fight to the death, if you put them in an arena and fight to the death, I think it'd be a little different. I think Vader would win. Yeah. But for movie's sakes, if we're writing, I think if you put them in a 1v1, she boards his ship and says, Vader, we're ending this. I feel like Ahsoka would win. Just psychologically. he's the
What
like.
about in Rebels though, when they did fight?
I don't know. That's Rebels. True though. No, true.
They
No,
did
that's a
fight.
good
It was
question.
a great fight. And
Yeah,
it was close.
that's a good question. But like,
But they both kind of came out losing.
right, but that only adds to my point. Like, I honestly don't know. Even as badass and as cruel and dark as he is, and just slaughters galaxies at this point. I mean, I don't know.
Literally, yeah.
I don't know if Vader could have it in him to just straight out kill Ahsoka if he disarms her. And I feel like Ahsoka, knowing the right thing to do, kind of like she's always been not a rebel Jedi, but like the walks that line like
Similar
Anakin
to
did.
Anakin,
yeah,
yes,
right.
yeah.
So I think because he trained her and because she knows how Anakin operates, I feel like he wouldn't have what it takes to just straight up end and kill Ahsoka. Even if he disarmed her, she's defenseless, just laying there. I don't know if he would kill her. Where I think Ahsoka would know the right thing to do, and she would take the opportunity.
Yeah.
And she would end Vader.
Yeah.
For the galaxy. And I'm not saying like, if they just didn't know each other and they just met on the battlefield, I think Vader all day.
So you think similar to like Luke, or how Luke was able to change Vader?
Right,
Do you
exactly.
Think Ahsoka would do the same
Exactly. I'm
thing?
bringing a lot more to this than just lightsaber fighting.
Combat, yes.
Just I think everything that we know lore-wise, I think Ahsoka is probably one of the few that can defeat him, just not straight combat.
Fair, yeah.
That and I really hot take, I know, but I have an explanation. I just personal opinion.
All right, that about wraps up our hot seat. So we're going to get into our regular Real Logic Show segment for you. Today we are going to be discussing a few articles in the news recently. First up, we have Daredevil is back and better than ever with higher stakes. I know I've watched Daredevil. You've watched Daredevil. You have not watched Daredevil, which
Know
is
who
fine.
it is, but I'm waiting to watch it.
Okay.
Have you seen the Netflix show by chance?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
Nope.
So
I'm
good, dude.
I'm pretty new into the whole Marvel universe. Like the
Okay.
past 2 years, like I've always been kind of into it, but like really hit it hard and start watching everything that I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Every show, every movie. I'm a little behind,
Gotcha.
but I'm getting there. Like I just finished all the main movies, like all the Avengers, the Captain America ones, the Iron Man movies.
Okay.
Like I just recently finished like all of those.
Okay.
So now I'm ready to go on to the extra shows and the extra characters and all that. I just had to get past that point of watching all the ones I'm supposed to watch.
Yeah. So to give a quick summary of where we're at in Daredevil so far, how do I even put it? Fisk is taking over the city of New York. You have a vigilante task force taking down all masked. You don't want to hear too much. We won't get into too
It's fine,
crazy
it's fine.
spoilers.
I'm gonna watch it either way, so it's fine.
It's great, man. It really is. It's dark. It's mature. It is very politically relevant to what is happening in our current society, which is interesting. I like the character dynamics. Quick thoughts on our first 3 episodes so far?
I fucking love it. I can't wait till one, they get Jessica Jones in it.
Yes.
I want the Punisher's got to come back for it. But
Supposedly
they're building.
he's
It seems
not.
like he's building a team. I don't believe that. He got
True,
imprisoned
fair.
last season, right?
Yeah, but
He was
at
at
the
that
end,
place.
he did break out. It was like an after credits scene where he broke out
Oh
of the
yeah, I
prison.
remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he would have been there at that when he broke them out on the last episode.
Same.
But,
Same.
I mean, I like the White Tiger. She's a good character.
Yes.
I hope they bring maybe Luke Cage back into this.
Which I think they will, because in the comic that I read that is very relevant, it was like Daredevil Reign. I forget the name of it, but it basically was Fisk taking over New York City.
As
and,
Mary, yeah.
And it did show Jessica Jones. She's married to Luke Cage at the time. They also had a daughter. And it showed they were pretty prevalent in at least that first issue of that comic. So I do think Luke Cage coming into the season is a possibility that they just didn't tell us yet.
Okay, that'd be cool. It would be cool to see Jessica Jones be a mom too.
Yeah.
They I remember when we were at C2E2, she brought that up too. That would be cool to see.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to see where there's a lot more. This is a lot more action packed and a lot more story driven than the last season. Last season, the first half was boring as shit, to be honest with you.
Fair.
I mean, it had a lot of plot. It was a lot of good. It was really good, but he wasn't even Daredevil until episode 5 or 6.
It was a lot of Matt Murdock.
Yeah, and I like how this is way more Daredevil. Like Matt Murdock.
A
is
lot
kinda
of
that.
Daredevil. And also, real quick, just to give you guys a quick Update here. We went to C2E2 in Chicago. I got this Spiderman 2099 little figurine. Just wanted to share that with you guys.
I got a Iron Spider figurine, but I already broke it.
Man. But it was a lot of fun, you know, just getting around with like-minded individuals or things we like to talk about and enjoy. It was really cool. But that about sums up our Daredevil topic. So up here, I got an article here. This is written by Cheryl Eddy, and it's Could There Be a Project Hail Mary sequel? So it says, a news report says it all depends on author Andy Weir. So they're going to be basing it off if the author makes a second book, who is considering a follow-up to his best-selling turned blockbuster movie. I have written here, it's a smash hit at the box office, and nobody's more thrilled than the emerging powerhouse Amazon, blah, blah, blah. One thing I found interesting in this article, though, is both Amazon and reps for Weir, they declined comment on this, but it did say sources close to MGM stress that Weir is in the driver's seats. And it did state, I know so Weir, the author himself, stated, I know the answer to this, but I'm saving it for potential sequel materials, but I'm keeping it secret for now. So it leads us to a question, what could a potential sequel to Project Hail Mary even be?
I would say, one, probably another alien race gets introduced.
Okay.
Or several. Rocky and his race and, you know, what's his name? And the humans. Mm-hmm. What was his name in the movie?
Oh, Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
Ryland Grace.
Ryland Grace. Yeah, him, like him coming back to Earth, that would probably happen. And I don't know what the hell, like, I'm sure the necrophage would be out, something else would happen.
Yeah, and with the astrophage, like, that was affecting different areas, so I think they would have to do something relevant to astrophage specifically with a sequel.
Probably just like an advancement, or maybe someone trying to go to war. I don't know what they would do.
Yeah, it all depends. We have some time regardless. We'll have to see what the author decides.
It would be a good movie, however, isn't that like where the book ends?
Oh yeah, that was
the sequel might be asked then if that ever happens.
Because it would just be a moneymaker at the end of the day. Which, I agree with you.
I think the story's fine the way it ended. I don't think
it's a fantastic film.
It was a great movie.
If you haven't seen it yet, Nate, seeing it in IMAX,
I have not.
It will be. It's a contender for movie of the year.
Yeah,
it's up there with like Interstellar.
Like The Martian. Yeah,
like it's a great space movie.
I love Interstellar and The Martian. So I mean, yeah.
You ever seen Ad Astra?
Nope.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen that one either.
You need to watch that too.
Okay.
It is an underrated space movie, but it came out a couple years ago with fucking what's his name from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Why am I forgetting his name?
Oh, Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I don't know why I'm forgetting Brad Pitt's name.
Is that a good projector movie for a bonfire?
It would probably be a
Definitely
good projector
could
movie. It's like a realistic space movie, so it uses like the same kind of physics as real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like how Interstellar did it.
So I have next up here, Dunesday could be over as Avengers may move the release date.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I have an article here written, and it says, the latest edition. I listened to the John Campea show. This is a YouTube podcast that actually is a big inspiration of why I got into podcasting in the first place. It's all movie-related, TV, news, rumors, scoops, leaks, and I listen to them damn near every single day when I'm at work. So on the John Campea show, they discussed how Jumanji, the newest Jumanji film, it moved its release date. It was supposed to be dropping on December 11th, will now open on December 25th, which is Christmas. So the biggest reason, people will likely save their cash to see Doomsday and Dune 3, which moves the Jumanji film's release until after that pair have come out. So what's interesting about that is Jumanji, if I'm correct on this, it's released by Disney as well. So we have and they had the IMAX spot for that week before Dune comes out. So Dune, and that's forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong, but Denis Villeneuve, he's the guy who does Dune, the director. Him, Christopher Nolan, they get IMAX spots. That is their biggest thing. So Dune has been confirmed for 4 weeks of IMAX releases, which leaves, if Doomsday was the release at that same point in time, Doomsday wouldn't be getting IMAX. So by moving Doomsday up 1 week, taking that IMAX Jumanji spot could give 1 full week of Doomsday having an IMAX release. So it does make sense why naturally this could happen. Granted, nothing's confirmed yet. The only thing we know for sure is that Jumanji has been moved backwards until Christmas. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I don't know. When is Avengers going to be coming out then?
Well, supposedly, Doomsday and Dune are supposed to be releasing on December 18th. Jumanji has moved back a week towards Christmas, which leaves a full week of IMAX openings the December 11th, the week before, now open. So Dune, they're locked into IMAX. They're not moving. If anyone's moving,
no, definitely not.
It's Doomsday.
Yeah.
So it leads us to question, what does Marvel really have to lose by, if anything, that's helping the fans out by moving it up a week early?
Probably, but the thing is, they have like this counter down on their website and shit.
On the
they
YouTube
have,
live stream.
everything is like they've been proclaiming when it's going to be released very heavily, to the point if they move it, they're going to look like schmucks more than they already do.
Granted, I think it's a positive thing to be moving it a week forward rather than a week backwards.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
yeah, only time will tell. The only thing that has been stated is that we do have a full week of opening IMAX release, so we'll have to stay tuned to see where we get there. So this next article I have here, I think Jared's going to love because he's a big hater of Sadie. Not a hater, but you just don't think Sadie Sink's going to be Jean Grey.
I don't think she's going to be Jean Grey in Spider-Man.
Which all news outlets are completely against your
fuck
belief
them
here.
news outlets.
But I have an article written here by Joey Power that says Sadie Sink reportedly locks in major Marvel movie deal ahead of Spider-Man Brand New Day. So before I get into this article, one thing that I think is worth noting right off the bat is that if she was just another MJ or some knockoff character, her to have a 5-movie deal, it wouldn't make much sense. For her to be locked, and it also includes TV shows, by the way. So for her to be included into such a pivotal role, she has to be some character that's worth a lot of recognition.
Yeah, so she's got to be a hero of sorts. Everyone thinks she's going to be Jean Grey. My issue is, if it's Jean Grey, doesn't make sense for her debut to be in a Spider-Man movie. Being that if you look it up, there's really like 4 panels total of Spider-Man and Jean Grey interacting with each other. Not even, like, they've been in the same room, but just interacting with each other. It doesn't make sense for her debut to be in a Spider-Man movie. So that's my beef.
One thing I've been hearing is that supposedly this whole mind control thing. Have you watched the Spider-Man trailer by chance?
No, I have not.
Oh, dude, it's great. We'll show you after.
I've been hearing, my buddies in Discord have watched it, and they've been talking about it. They're all more Marvel than Star Wars, but I'm more Star Wars than Marvel. So
Gotcha.
It's like, I know of it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Got it.
One thing that is really worth mentioning about this trailer specifically, in terms of a movie trailer, in the first 24 hours, it broke the record.
I heard that.
It doubled, almost tripled the amount of views in the first 24 hours of any movie ever. So
that's insane.
The potential that this Spider-Man film does have is pretty insane. But there was a lot of scenes within this trailer that did showcase some sort of mind control happening. And there's many different things out there. But from what I've been hearing and reading into is that Jackal is playing a big part into this film. He's a Spider-Man villain, kind of like a B-tier villain.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's nothing crazy.
I know him.
But they're saying that Jean Grey could be like the counter of Jackal.
Phoenix Jean Grey?
Yes.
There's no way she's going to be Phoenix.
It won't be Phoenix right off the bat.
Okay.
The Phoenix
she gets that power.
That'll be a storyline that comes
okay.
down the road. But an introduction, because granted, we don't have any true X-Men yet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right.
So this could be a first start into a potential New Mutant run. Granted, we're getting all the older mutants in Doomsday that's coming out. But comes Secret Wars, which is all the different variants coming together, heroes versus villains.
Do we know which variants yet?
We don't know much about Secret Wars at all yet.
Yeah,
all we know for sure is that it's going to be based off the 2015 Hickman run, not the 1984 Secret Wars run. So it's off of the newer run. So that's not much we could say about that just yet.
I can't wait for Secret Wars.
That's going to be fantastic.
I am I know there's a lot of good movies coming out right now, but Secret Wars, like me freshly getting into Marvel the past 2 years, I'm so excited for Secret Wars since I'm newer to it.
It's a pivotal event.
Like the only reason I knew about Phoenix is because like I'm newer into it, right? But all my friends have been into it for like since they were kids. So it's like they're like, oh, you're Jean Grey. I'm like, yeah, she's a whatever character. They're like, oh, do you know Phoenix Jean Grey? And I'm like, wait a minute. So now I go down that rabbit hole watching videos about Phoenix Jean Grey, and then Phoenix can go into Wolverine, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I just start going down all these rabbit holes, and I'm like, all right, now who are we going to see in Secret Wars? Because now that I have all this information, I can't wait to see who we're going to see now.
It'll probably be the biggest cameo fest within Marvel.
Yeah, it's going to be a total cameo.
But my thing is, I'm excited to see the variants of the main Avengers that we're going to see. Like, are we going to get Love and Thunder Thor? Are we going to get Ragnarok Thor? Like because Thor changes so much in just the movies. Like, which Thor are we going to get? Yeah. Are we going to get depressed, sad, fat Thor? Or are we going to get badass, super soldier, fucking true god Ragnarok Thor? Like, are we gonna, like, what are we going to get? And what Hulk are we going to get? Are we going to get Bruce Banner, smart Hulk?
That's a big one.
Or are we going to get, like, World War level Hulk, and he's just going to grab some aliens and whoop their asses? Like, what kind, is he going to have trouble hulking out? Or is he just going to be like, oh, wartime, Hulk out? Like,
I want Hulk back.
I know.
Yeah,
we need some Hulk justice done, because I feel like it's been pretty sad for the movies.
I hate smart
and they
Hulk.
Definitely need a redemption from She-Hulk.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
We won't. I mean, that's up to you.
I'm glad he was in She-Hulk, but like, goddamn, I want.
The first episode was okay, but then Hulk wearing a Hawaiian shirt, barbecuing. It's like, this is not the Hulk. Oh my god.
I want the monster back.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When he hulks out, all the Avengers shit themselves. That's the Hulk I want back.
Yep.
I want Bruce Banner to be broken.
I completely agree.
I don't like. He's too mentally well right now.
Like which Hulk movie is it where he grabs the helicopter
2003
and right? Okay,
yeah,
like
that's
where's that?
I want
dude?
that Hulk back.
Like I know we've had glimpses. Glimpses of like what's the just because I'm new to it again. What's the scene? They're in the winter. It's snowing out and they're invading
Ultron.
They're in that castle, right? And he's throwing tanks and shit. I'm like, finally,
Black Widow calming him down. With
right, like that. But that makes sense.
Sun's getting real low.
Right, but that makes sense because it's like he's true Hulk in that scene. I wouldn't say the movie, but that scene.
Yeah,
he is true, just angry. Original Hulk, just crashing out. They're in a war. They're battling. He's true Hulk, but then Black Widow also understands. Like, hey, I know you're in Hulk form right now, and it's not Bruce Banner still in there. No, it's really Hulk.
Yeah,
but that connection is made for the fans though in the movie that she recognizes that it's not Bruce Banner Hulk. It's just Hulk, and we see that, and that it's like as a new fan. That was kind of cool for me to see because I haven't read comics yet or anything. So to see that the difference on screen was really cool for me because it wasn't, Bruce Banner Hulk going, oh, Hulk out. Oh. And he's trying to get himself to Hulk out. Like when he smashes the car in Avengers and he's like, fake being mad.
So
I'm like, what the hell is that,
so
dude?
Lame, bro.
It was cool to see like just no Bruce Banner, completely hulked out, like no human in him, just straight rage. But then Natasha being able to go, oh hey, you're good. Like we can stop. We're done.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool to see as a new fan.
Have you seen the old 2003 Hulk movie?
Once when I was littler, but I mean I've seen so many.
You don't understand.
It's great.
But I've seen so many clips from just like what my YouTube algorithm is and everything.
I've wanted to rewatch it again lately. I think it's one of the best like old fashioned.
I did just watch was it Henry Ford's Red Hulk?
Captain
America.
Yeah,
Brave New World.
I did just watch that.
Okay.
Mid.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say mid. It was a good movie, but it just
I kind of agree mid.
Yeah.
Not fully mid, but it's teetering on the level of just mid.
It was an Incredible Hulk sequel without having the Hulk in the film. That was my biggest gripe.
Right.
And especially in the Incredible, you had the dude with the brain. The leader. Like, you had these villains in, like, the plot. You had Betty Ross and her father. You had all this happening. To not have Hulk in that movie was a big miss.
Right.
The fact that we've gone this long without a sequel to a Hulk movie is bizarre.
Yeah.
Especially with everything that's happened to him throughout the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying is, like, he could... I want Hulk back. I don't want Bruce Banner
right, like,
in a Hulk body.
Like, it's cool for a movie.
It was cool for one movie.
Right.
Maybe.
Just to see that side of him.
Yeah, but then him losing control. I want to see him lose control again. And then I'm, like, go into, like, a World War Hulk timeline.
Yeah.
Where he gets like,
Yeah.
I want Hulk to be that stupid OP character.
Yep,
that everyone,
exactly.
that he
At
used
least
to be
for
in the comics.
one modern movie. That's all I ask.
So one thing that's interesting in the Spider-Man trailer that came out, Bruce Banner is now wearing this. It's a special bracelet that does signify, this was in the comics, that it's a separation between Bruce Banner and the Hulk now. So it's not that he can just turn the Hulk on and off. It's a specific bracelet to keep the Hulk within. So granted, if you take that bracelet off, it could be a different story. But that does give us a good sign that we're not getting Smart Hulk. We all will get a separation between Bruce Banner.
It's either going to be Bruce Banner
Hulk.
or Hulk,
Yes.
not the connection
Which
between.
is how it should have always been.
Yeah.
It should never have changed.
Yeah.
Right, don't get me wrong. Some
Or
funny.
if it was gonna happen, it should be happen later on.
Right.
Like not this soon.
You're right. Like, don't get me wrong.
Especially not
There
during
was some
Infinity
funny.
War.
There were some funny scenes, like the taco. Like, there was some funny scenes. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Like, it was well written, but to a point where it got old.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're done with this Hulk. Give us what we know back, what we want.
Definitely. Okay, that about wraps up. Oh, I got one more here for you guys. I have an overreaction or underreaction. Can Supergirl beat Spider-Man at the box office?
No.
I don't think so either.
Not
They're both saying that.
I
that
think
is an
Spider-Man.
I don't think there's a chance.
overreaction.
I think Spider-Man is more well known and more given a shit about. than
Yes.
Superman.
I
Definitely.
completely agree. Especially when you look at No Way Home, which was almost $1.9 billion box office.
In how long?
That was 2021.
No, but like, what was the span that it made that money? Because I
is it-
assume it was a short span.
I would say it would. This is just box office, so it being in theater.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, how much are the
So,
theaters making? How long is it in
maybe
theaters?
2 or 3 weeks.
A month,
Right.
maybe.
So
yeah.
a month to make that much money
That's
is
unbelievable.
wild.
It's one of the highest box office films of all time.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
Did you? Speaking of box offices and breaking records and everything, did you guys see what is the Game of Thrones show that just came out?
What's it called?
Knights of Seven Kingdoms.
Yes, Night of
Yes.
Seven Kingdoms. Did you see that at the was it the second episode? There. I forget. I watched it, but I forget the episode. There was an episode that was the highest rated episode of all time
No
on
shit.
Rotten
Really?
Tomatoes and IMDb.
Wow.
But they had a clash with what's the teacher that turns drug maker, makes meth. The show
Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad.
An
So
episode
there was a
from that?
Breaking Bad episode that was like the highest for a long time. So there was a battle that started between a Night of the Seven Kingdoms fans and Breaking Bad fans, and they started downrating each other's episodes.
Oh wow.
And absolutely tanking them, but then the fans came through and started upping them again, and it was like a battle for like a whole 2 weeks of them
Interesting.
just,
What the hell?
dude, you gotta look it up. It was cool.
I
It
never
was pretty
got
cool.
into Game of Thrones, but everyone that's watched it has said this is one of the greatest shows of all time. So
It,
maybe I do
it's a
need to
little
give it
slow
chance.
in the first couple, like it.
But that's building the lore.
Right, there's so much lore. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's rival to Star Wars. I would say it's closer to like maybe like Avengers lore. Like yes, there's still a lot of people. There's cosmic characters and this and that. But the sheer amount of characters that you meet is not quite Star Wars level. I would say not MCU level, but Avengers specifically level.
Okay.
Like you have your side characters, your main characters, your extras that you see for a couple episodes, blah blah blah. But they make an impact, even though you only
Gotcha.
see them for 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's more like that rather than just ever expanding Star Wars universe, and
Right.
it starts a little slow. It was tough for me to get into. Like I took several breaks for like 2 months, and then I was like, all right, watch a little review. Where was I at? Catch up, watch a 15-minute
Yeah.
season 1 recap, and then I'm like, all right, I'll continue it again. And now that I'm past the first 2 seasons, I just flew. Because now you're getting into this kingdom is that, this kingdom is this, that character hates that. Now you know everything. So when you see a new character, it's not new anymore. Now you're making connections rather than guessing.
Okay.
And that's when it grabs you, is after those first 2 seasons. You're like, that makes sense. I know why they're doing that, instead of just like, what's happening.
Gotcha.
Now you're making connections. Now everything's flowing. Now you know all the characters. And it's much more fun of a watch from season 2 and on.
Awesome. That's good to know. That's one thing everyone that has watched it, they're like, this is
Yep.
such a good show.
I think I've
to
watched the
watch.
first episode of that show like
Same,
so many
Dude,
same.
like
I
12
started it
times.
like 100
Yes,
times, but
yes.
it
Every
never
single
went
time
through.
I see that like zombie drawer thing.
Yep,
plays,
the White Walkers.
the White
Yes,
Walkers.
yep.
Like, or what is his name? Peter, the dwarf.
Oh yeah.
I see him banging the chicks and shit.
He is probably my favorite character in the whole entire show.
Yeah, he's one of the few that go all
dude.
together. That's what I know.
He reminds me of like a good version of Palpatine because of the master manipulation, the politics, his wits and his smarts rather than his combat. Don't get me wrong, Palpatine is combat, but just comparative in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
I think he's like Palpatine in that aspect where he plays the long game.
Okay.
He does the short, quick fixes, but they all add up to one big scheme.
Okay.
And he's like the Palpatine of that unit, but he's a more good rather than evil. And
Gotcha.
he just constantly plays that, well, if you're going to do this, well, then checkmate, And he plays that long game where he's like, you'll see in 5 years.
Gotcha.
So he's definitely my favorite character of the whole entire show.
You never watched Game of Thrones?
Not much beyond the first episode.
Gotcha.
I started it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. What's wrong?
Well, and for anybody that's seen Game of Thrones, I haven't finished it, so currently he's my favorite character. I don't know how it's going to change, so I don't want to catch hate for it.
I know how the show ends.
I don't.
That got blown out on the internet.
Because I was never into it. I never saw my algorithm get into it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy.
Well, it's the same thing with Walking Dead. Like I know everything that happens in Walking Dead.
Yeah, I've seen all the. Yeah, I've seen it.
Like I'm like, what's the point of even?
Fortunately and unfortunately, I've seen all the Walking Dead
Well,
stuff.
I
mean, like all the side, everything. I watched everything.
Oh, wow, because there's a lot out
there.
Oh yeah.
I've never finished. I stopped maybe like when they were in like the prison.
Yeah,
well,
which is a good spot to stop.
Stuff with the
Honestly,
governor and stuff. But like, I know most of, or if anything
I don't know. Honestly, where they kind of ended it, where Negan and Rick are on the hill after the battle, you can kind of stop watching after that. You got the whole gist of the show.
Yeah.
You know Negan and Rick are lifelong enemies, but then okay with each other.
Yeah.
But it's always kind of been that way. From initial, like, other than the first few episodes of them finding out they're enemies and they hate each other, after that, I feel like there was like an underlying, you knew they hated each other, but they also respected each other in a weird way.
Okay.
So it's like...
both leaders.
Right, exactly. Both leaders. They both ran powerful groups, They were both wanted the right thing for their groups. They just disagreed. So whenever they would meet in battle, I feel like the battle always kind of slowed down when it came to them two. And it was more of like a political between them and like understanding, almost like religious between them, kind of.
Interesting.
Like who they are as humans. And then they wouldn't battle anymore once those two met on the battleground. They would kind of slow down, stop, and talk. And it was almost like a respect thing.
Yeah.
Rather than just hatred. So I feel like in the conclusion, the battle on the hill and, Negan getting stabbed by the glass and blah, blah, blah. And then it was just like the cherry on top when they broke Negan and put him in the jail cell in Alexandria. And just, I mean, it was pretty good. But after that, stop watching everything. Right. Don't watch a single other thing. Stay happy with that. Don't force yourself because it's not worth it.
Just like the sequels.
Yes.
Which we will get into later in this episode.
That was perfect.
So let's head into our Galactic headlines. This is one thing I do in every guest episode, where we get into some Star Wars related news, and especially with this being a Star Wars topic, no better time to get into it. So first thing I have up here is Ahsoka Updates. We have been confirmed that Ahsoka Season 2 is in development at the moment. Where we left off in Ahsoka is General Thrawn and Ezra Bridger are in the other universe. They're somewhere, which I don't know much about. Supposedly it's where the Night Sisters, it's like where they're originated from.
Yep. Right.
And that's happening, and then Ahsoka has been getting in contact with the World Between Worlds and Anakin Skywalker, a little relationship developing there. And then in terms of the other characters, I forget Hera and the other girl I forget. But it's just...
Sabine?
Sabine Wren, that's right.
Which Wren?
Kylo Ren. Is there a connection?
I don't think so. Not. No, probably not. But
maybe.
I liked Ahsoka. A lot of people do give it hate online. I didn't necessarily love how it ended on this.
Yeah, I agree.
Cliffhanger.
I agree.
But granted, the best episodes were 5 and 6, which is when Anakin was in the show. So, if we're basing a show just on 2 episodes, it's kind of tough. I can't say the show is fantastic when only 2 episodes were really the only episodes that moved me to some
right,
degree.
I like Ahsoka's character better in The Mandalorian, I feel like, than I did in Ahsoka, which is kind of weird.
She was very stoic in her own show.
Well, she's always she became a stoic character after the Clone Wars.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything in Rebels and everything past Rebels.
Right, but I just feel like her... and also I feel like why a lot of people diss Ahsoka is because we're so used to young Snip's version.
Yeah.
We don't really know a whole lot about adult Ahsoka. Like, there's no screen time of that. There's no.
Rebels
I mean, there is a
was the
little
only
bit,
insight.
but that
She was still in that.
I wouldn't
in-between
consider that
phase.
real adult screen
Yeah.
time. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like in Ahsoka, she's full fledged like master Jedi level. Like completely at peace, knows her way of life, knows what she's doing. Whereas everything before the Ahsoka show and before she's that old is just the Anakin trained Ahsoka that we all know and that everybody loves. Like everybody fell in love with Ahsoka in the Clone Wars. Like when like just watching the snips and watching Anakin train her, and then it's like in Ahsoka the show, I feel like everybody was kind of expecting a little bit of that. Yeah. Expecting the more wild card Ahsoka showing up at battles that she wasn't supposed to be at and trying to make a difference and like trying to do the right thing. Where we got more of the laid back, quiet, more wisdom Ahsoka, and I feel like people weren't expecting that. And it also a little bit of bad writing doesn't help, but I feel like a combination of we weren't expecting such stoic Ahsoka.
You could see that. You could see the stoicism start in her when she, in like those, what is it, like Tales of the Jedi?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Or even in like seasons, the last season of Clone Wars when when they brought
Siege of Mandalore.
So,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, Snips is kind of dead.
Which I hope Ahsoka is going to be in the Maul show.
Oh, I hope so too.
Ooh, that's totally possible.
Yeah, it is.
She's a rogue in this point in time.
So where
right
I haven't looked much into it. Where is the Maul show starting?
All right, so
I know there's a course.
Let's get into. We'll go into this topic right now because that was one of my last ones I have. I have an article here written by Austin Houghton. Dave Filoni says Maul Shadow Lord will bring George Lucas' original plans from Maul to light.
Yes.
So to get into this a little bit.
I haven't seen much about it, so this is like new to me. I've been trying to keep completely away so I could just turn it on and go, what do I got?
Yeah. So this is what we have written here. Series follows Maul as he seeks to rebuild his criminal syndicate on Janix, a world described as untouched by the Empire.
So is this pre-mechanical legs?
No, this is after Clone Wars.
Okay,
gotcha. So yeah, it's gonna be
after Clone Wars.
I don't even think they have the Stormtrooper armor yet.
Yeah, gotcha.
But before Rebels.
Yep.
So in between that time period. So he encounters a Padawan, Devin Izara, while also facing Imperial Inquisitors, including Merrick, the mysterious first brother who previously appeared in the live-action Ahsoka. I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing that Merrick in Ahsoka.
Was Merrick not the main dude?
With the orange lightsaber?
The main guy that landed and fought Ahsoka?
What was his name?
He was like the main Inquisitor for the show?
No. What was his name?
Oh,
that
man.
actor died.
Yeah, he died in real life.
Oh, that's right.
And they kind of teased him in Ahsoka to like taking on a role within. There was like that Mortis arc in Clone Wars of like the father, the son, and the daughter.
Yeah, where Ahsoka,
Obi-Wan, the statues within the Ahsoka show. So I'm so interested. I hope they recast.
But why would he see the statues?
I don't know.
Normally, the people. So the brother, the father, the daughter, or sorry, the son, the daughter, and the father. Normally, they only reveal themselves, and this is like total YouTube nerding out right now, like lore. Normally, they only reveal themselves in the Force to people that are more balanced. So I'm wondering, why is it because he was a former Jedi?
He was a former Jedi.
Yeah,
right.
But he's not like a complete dick either.
Right, but he's still.
He's a good motive.
But he's still fallen.
Yes.
Yeah, but like he's not a dickhead about it. Like Kylo Ren is.
Right,
yeah,
but
like
when you think about it, the only way that the father, the daughter, and the son revealed themselves to Anakin is when he was balanced still.
Yeah. Yeah, and bound to be the chosen one.
Right. After that,
that's a really shaky balance.
From the beginning, from Tatooine, that was shaky.
Yeah.
He was a shaky balance, you know.
But I'm just wondering how his character that was a Jedi, and from what we know, he's never encountered them. From what he might have, but we don't know yet.
Right.
Why would he encounter him when he's already fallen? Is it because there's still good in him, and the son and the daughter and the father recognize that?
Maybe he fights for the son.
Right, and he might.
Or what if it is something completely? So it's like a new take on this entire issue. Whereas Anakin being within the world between worlds, I'm not gonna call him like the new father, but he is like becoming this balance between the Force. What if? I can't believe I forget this guy's name in this show.
So do I.
But maybe he does play a factor into this new balance that Anakin is creating within the world between worlds, which we don't
Yes,
know too much about
I can
yet.
totally see that. I just hope they don't make him too big and too powerful as a new character in this balance.
That's fair.
I hope they don't just bring him in and go, oh, he rivals Anakin in the world between worlds, because
true.
there's no way.
That
I hope
defeats
they don't.
the chosen one prophecy.
Right, which
so
I
wrong.
understand. He's already fallen and blah blah blah. But I hope they don't. I hope they don't bring this new guy in and just make him equivalent in the Force Between Worlds, because that would be
Yes.
kind of BS.
Oh, this is Merrick, the Imperial Inquisitor, but that's not the dude that had the orange lightsaber.
Right, that guy's name is Balin.
Balin
Skull.
Yes, there you go.
Balin
Yes.
Skull.
Merrick.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell
this Merrick was in the first season supposedly, but I don't remember who that was.
I watched it when it first came out. I haven't watched.
Mysterious First Brother.
He's literally, he's just this dude with the mask.
Oh, that was in like the first episode of Ahsoka, and then
Yep.
they killed him, and then green gas came out.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, and it was like Night Sister magic to some degree.
Oh.
Do you know technically Darth Maul's brother can never die because he's Night Sister magic? Savage.
Didn't he
Well, he-
die? And
he
Well,
did die.
well-
So did the Night Sisters.
But
they not like dead.
But he can't.
because of the
He
magic.
can't.
His soul gets
His soul's
Okay.
always around.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So technically, he can never die unless somebody like Palpatine level forces his soul to die.
Yeah.
So I mean, Savage Opress could come out of nowhere in a future season or
I
a
wouldn't be
future
against
show. Who knows? Maybe
Somehow Savage comes back.
right? I mean, he really could.
it would be much better than how we got.
And who knows?
Palpatine back.
Maybe in season 2 or 3 of the Maul show, maybe Maul brings.
I would want like an undead like zombie. version
Right.
of him,
Don't.
like,
Yeah, exactly. Because Maul's nowhere near powerful enough to bring somebody full animated
no,
back.
you need a Night
I will say
Sister.
Maul has already been confirmed. Season 2 is in development already. Before the show came out.
Well,
They're
they
already
knew it
doing
would blow up.
Yeah.
Everybody's wanted a Maul series for how long?
I have some
I
words
want a
here.
Vader series.
So the Vader series would be good, but it has to depend on what like era. Like we need a timeline of.
I want it right after he falls.
Right.
Right after.
I
Like
could agree with
Revenge
that.
of the Sith, boom, Vader story. Like I want it
I agree.
immediately.
Like right after the end, like the ending of
when he
Revenge of the
leaves.
Sith.
Yeah, when he leaves the Jedi Temple.
Like start with him with Palpatine
Yep.
right there, cross
Yep.
arm. Like,
and there is a
here's
lot
your
of
first
lore
mission.
there because that's when he is hiring the Inquisitors to go start hunting and killing down Jedi too.
I think there was an episode of whatchamacallit? Star Wars Tales of the Sith. I think that was one of them. Like the first Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're right.
And
yes.
one of them was the Barriss.
Barriss
from-
Offrey.
There's Offrey. Yep.
So I would want it either right after his fall, like when we first learn he's Vader, or I want it like the year leading up to fighting Luke on his own ship.
Ooh.
So like either his rise up or his downfall.
Like him knowing, like the
him
turmoil in
knowing Leia and Luke are alive,
Yeah.
and him kind of accepting that the galaxy's changing, and he knows his kids are at the forefront, but he doesn't quite know it's his kids yet. But he's got that Force feeling,
I like that.
and then he's now starting to counter Palpatine, and now he's starting to do all this. So now we get an insight of him slowly falling back to the good side and accepting Luke.
yeah.
And kind of giving into him,
bringing the Anakin
and seeing the Anakin slowly come back, like just bleeding every episode a little bit more,
Yeah.
and then tie in Luke and Leia.
Yeah, but that's gonna be tough. That would be a tough
Would it,
show.
though?
I mean,
It'd be a
it'd be
long
tough in
show.
two ways. If they did it successfully, that would be a great
Like,
show.
dude,
But
either
but
way.
there's a lot
Either
of
way,
ways
I would
where
say
it-
either
I
one.
feel like it could fuck up the lore quite a bit.
Well,
if
but
done incorrectly.
There's so much easy stuff there to grab from that
Yeah.
it would. I think it would be hard to fuck up. You have Luke, you have Leia. I mean, other than the Mary Poppins stuff that Leia pulled, bringing herself back.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
right.
just stick to the early Star Wars movies of Luke and Leia, and you just stick to that, what everybody likes, the versions of them that everybody likes, that doesn't have a problem with,
Yeah.
and you just, the whole, stick with the Rebels, stick with the Empire, stick with them hating each other,
Yeah.
stick with what we know, and don't introduce new stupid stuff. I feel like that would be, either one I feel like would be pretty hard to mess up.
I feel like if they were to do a Vader show, it would more than likely be,
and would it be
right after Revenge of the Sith.
Probably. And would it be live action or would it be?
It would definitely have to be live action.
Oh, yeah. I would prefer it live
Me
action.
too.
I really
just
would.
like the beginning of the Inquisitors and then Vader killing.
Yeah, because you could see how the Inquisitors are formed now. You could see the training of them. You could see what they have to go through. Yeah, and why? And Baylan Skoll. Why was he a Jedi? And why? You know what I mean? Like now we can get that story included.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because
it's such a good character.
I feel like right now the Inquisitors are just kind of the Inquisitors are written in to take the place of the Sith. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, go do our dirty work, and then they die, and then we forget about the Inquisitor. I think the Inquisitors are kind of badass.
Oh, totally.
So I feel like they kind of have that respect for me to kind of earn a little storyline with them. Yeah. Rather than just there's some Sith troopers go die for us, like because it's kind of what they are right now.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah, you use a lightsaber, but you're beneath us. Just screw off.
I got a couple more topics we could talk about here in terms of Star Wars. Future of the Mandalorian. So we know in May, The Mandalorian and Grogu comes out in theaters. Yep. We've all seen the trailer.
That's the movie.
The movie.
Yeah, which is pretty. I wasn't expecting a movie.
Yeah. I know. That's
I
the
was
thing,
not expecting a movie.
My biggest thing that I hate is that
it's basically Mandalorian season 4.
Yes, and you have there are a lot of Star Wars fans that don't have Disney Plus, that are against Disney Plus, didn't watch The Mandalorian. So I understand them making a movie, but my biggest thing that I hate is that if it ends to some cliffhanger where now we have to go watch season 4 of The Mandalorian. Like I kind of hope we get some closure within this film. I don't necessarily know what this film's going to be about, to be honest with you.
So it's been a while since I've watched it. Where
it's going off of season 3 of Mando, which was the worst season of Mandalorian.
All right, so where did we leave off on Mandalorian?
What was trying to basically settle and rebuild Mandalore, right?
Yeah, and then you had
with like all the remaining.
Yeah, okay. What's the black dude's name that is with him at the end of the season? The guy that he wasn't sure if he could trust or not, and then he ended up trusting him.
Oh man, it's been a long time.
I know it's been a long time.
Mando, especially that third
he ends
season.
up becoming like the leader of that city, the world, and he accepts Mando.
Oh yeah.
When he meets the little dudes in the wall, he goes, broken, can't fix.
Man, I do not remember.
He tries to repair the droid for Mando. Yes. What is his name?
Pull it up, Jamie.
Jamie's got this.
I remember when he used to be mean to Jamie.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
not that idiot.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like, damn, dude, you wouldn't have a fucking Joe Rogan experience without Jamie.
I'll just do it. He grabs his phone.
Dude, I'd beat his ass.
Just go cast, bro.
I did.
Mando's...
You're talking about this guy on the right?
No.
Who the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my god, why can't...
I don't remember. But basically, you had all of like the Mandalorian in a way like coming together at the end of that season.
No, when Bo-Katan, who's the girl, the forger, the girl that runs the forge, the unique, the red armor, the gold helmet. When she has Bo-Katan take her helmet off, and she's like, she's the chosen one of Mandalorian now. She says, "You will unite our creed," and all this, and everybody else is like, "But she's not wearing a helmet," and she's like, "Well, that's kind of the point. Like, we have to evolve or we die."
Yep.
And I think that was pretty cool concept for the leader to be like, hey, everybody needs to shut up. I'm speaking now. You're going to fucking listen. Mm-hmm. And everybody and all the Mandalorians were just like, okay, sorry, my bad.
Where is the Darksaber right now?
The Darksaber, doesn't Mando still have it?
Your mom's house.
Does Mando not have it still? And didn't he give it away? Dude, like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Did he give it to her, the redhead? Does she have it?
I don't know for sure, but I would assume so.
It's been a minute. Man.
Same. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Talking about this guy?
Yes.
Grief.
Yes, him.
Yes.
Him.
Yeah.
I hope he's in it because his character.
He's a good character.
His character was actually excellently written.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in all 3 seasons.
He was pretty damn well written. I liked his character a lot.
He was so good that we forgot about him.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Completely.
So last Galactic headline I have for you guys. Star Wars Episode 10, the new Jedi Order that Rey is developing. Don't have too much positive to say about this.
Depends who they give the keys to. If they get what's her name out of there, Kathleen Kennedy, right?
Oh, which
she's
that's
already
all,
out.
yeah, that's done.
This is how far detached I've been since then.
Yeah.
So as long as she's out of there, I mean,
gone.
why would you have a writer that literally has never watched Star Wars?
I
don't know fucking
well,
knows.
so to
Just
get on
let
that,
Ray Park write it.
that was George Lucas's. He single-handedly picked Kathleen Kennedy to run Lucasfilm.
Why?
So if we're blaming anybody,
I didn't
we're
know
blaming
that. So
George
why?
Lucas. I found this out not too long ago.
George Lucas, what are you doing?
was his
He
decision.
needs to wash his hands of that shit and move on because that was not pretty.
What is their connection?
I don't know.
He just chose her?
He chose her.
She was the chosen one.
She was the chosen-
Well, was supposed to
She
be.
was a whore.
To get into
She was the
chosen
fall
one.
of Anakin.
This
in
is
real life.
my biggest problem with the new Jedi Order is we're going into episode 10. My biggest gripe, you say what you want about the sequels. Granted, I don't like them. What aggravated me most is that the Chosen One prophecy of Anakin has been completely disintegrated with Rey defeating Palpatine. The whole thing was bringing balance to the Force. That was Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader at the end of episode
It should be
6.
a whole new rap now. Something
So-
completely different.
So even if we go on to episode 10 now, now Rey's the if we're being technical,
Right.
Rey is now the
Yeah.
chosen one. And
Nothing,
I'm sorry,
nothing
that is not
changed.
okay
They're
with
just continuing it.
Yeah.
Like the whole downfall of Palpatine and Rey calling herself a Skywalker.
I am
Maybe
all the
the-
Jedi.
Oh God.
Maybe the prophecy is just the friends we made along the way. I don't know.
I refuse.
I don't think there is a
refuse.
prophecy.
And
I don't think there was a
can we
prophecy.
please just at least bat an eye at how bad the lightsaber fighting? Why are they swinging?
Why is the lightsabers heavy in the
Right, why? Thank you. That's what
Yeah.
I was about to say. Why are they
Yeah.
always swinging like they're out of breath and like the shit weighs 100 pounds? And they're just. I understand maybe Rey's character because she's like untrained, but Kylo Ren should not be
Well, he
fighting
was
Rey.
trained under Luke.
Right.
Yeah.
He should not be fighting.
Maybe
as
his
a just.
hilt is like fucking 40.
He should
50
not be
pounds.
fighting Rey and struggling.
Not even Rey. He was fighting Finn in
And
Force
struggling.
Awakens
And
and
struggling.
struggling in
It
that
looked like
battle.
he was swinging around a 200-pound
Plot
weight and
armor.
out of breath.
Literally, yeah.
Why?
Awful.
Did you know that they had to actually slow down the cameras for Obi-Wan and Anakin?
Yes, I have seen.
Yeah,
Where did
because
that go?
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, they never did that in the prequels. Like the prequels, their fights are phenomenal. The best were the best lightsaber
Those
fights.
were
Oh,
the best Star
God.
Wars fights,
Dude,
yeah.
even the old Ben Kenobi and Vader in the Death Star was better than the fucking Rey.
Okay,
No,
let's.
That's
no.
a good fight.
What?
It's not made the most appealing to the eye, but when you
Thank
look
you.
into
Thank you.
like, the actual lore
On
between
why
the
he
fights-
lost on purpose.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. But you have to, like, so I'm not gonna get too crazy into this, but like you
Do it.
you read into it. The whole point of that fight in A New Hope, Ben Kenobi is stalling.
Yep.
He's stalling in that point in time.
For them to
He
get
isn't
into the Death
attacking
Star.
at all. It's a very boring fight. There's no argument there.
But the
whole
meaning.
point is for Vader to be the one who... and then, of course, you have him not be doing the sacrifice. You know,
Yep.
he's the one. But he was stalling that entire fight.
And that was also the first point we knew what a Force Ghost was. When
Yes,
his body
yes.
disappeared,
Mhm.
that was a big moment. If you were a true Star Wars fan when that movie came out, you know, you're our age when that movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
You were like, wait a minute. What does that
Where'd
mean?
he go?
Where'd he go? You weren't just a fan going, oh, that was a good movie. Like, if you were really into it like we are, you're like, wait, whoa,
Yep.
hold up. Wait a minute. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was the worst Star Wars fight in all the movies.
I disagree
I'm
entirely.
The
I'm
fight-
recognizing
what
the
are-
You're looking
worst
at
Star
you have
Wars.
the Acolyte
The
and
first
the sequels
lightsaber
right
fight.
there.
I'm canceling that as the worst Star Wars lightsaber fight.
I
Okay,
can't believe you
no,
consider yourself a
so-
Star Wars fan after saying that.
I
It's
am
horrible.
50-50 and agree and disagree with him because I understand from a combat.
It's horrible.
like the IQ
Dude, have you ever
behind the
seen
fight.
the reimagining
Right,
of
thank
it
you.
where
This
it's
is why-
actually enjoyable? Where like
Yeah, the 4K full. It's a fantastic remaster of the fight. It is.
you know what video I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I
Okay.
100%. Yes. But you could go into the entire original trilogy, all of those fights. Even you go into Empire Strikes Back. How like in A New Hope, Luke was all about like, I want to go here, I want to do this, I want to, whereas in Empire Strikes Back it's, I am going to Dagobah to train with Yoda. I am
Yep.
going to face Vader. I am leaving
Yep.
this training early to go save my friends. there is a difference that Luke Skywalker is experiencing in every single fight that he went through, which whether you say it's great action in the original fights is irrelevant. It's about the actual lore and IQ behind the fights is what is important.
The old man sacrificing himself, that was necessary.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, it was boring, I agree. But what that meant for him to disappear and just watch his robes fall, it was just like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. The fight ending was the best part of that fight.
Unbelievable.
I get it. I get what you're saying. But what it meant,
it's just so boring. It's obviously it's two very old dudes. One of them in an insane 50s, fucking suit.
Yeah.
Just.
But that's kind of, I think Vader kind of understood what Ben was doing. Mm-hmm. I think they were kind of understanding in that point of time right there. I think Vader knew he wasn't there to kill him. Right. I think they were just fighting because that's what they felt like they had to do, when really they just wanted to come to terms with each other.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like the fight happened
Vader
because...
had to kill that motherfucker. Otherwise,
right. I feel like the Anakin in him knew why he was really there, but the Vader knew he had to kill him. Mm-hmm. But Obi-Wan is also letting that happen.
Yeah.
So I think it wasn't hard for either party to just accept what was happening. Mm-hmm. I think there's an unspoken underlayment that was just like, hey, we know why I'm here. You know why I'm here. I know why I'm here. This is our final time ever seeing each other. Something bigger is taking over now. And the fight, unfortunately, it was really fucking boring. I get it. I completely understand.
I get the symbol.
But I get the everything behind it.
They're breaking my
heart. If there was a fight,
lame as shit.
If there was a scene that they could have maybe added a little more oomph behind, I feel like that could have been the scene. But if the scene would have been any crazier combat-wise, I feel like it would have taken away from the symbolic meaning of what the fight meant.
It did not have to be that much crazier.
No, it didn't.
It had to have had some choreography.
Right.
It looked like it had zero choreography.
But it was Obi-Wan giving himself up. He didn't want to fight. That wasn't why he was there. He wasn't fighting.
Yes.
He was fighting because Vader was fighting.
Okay, then Vader should have seemed more like a menace in that fight.
Yeah, I can also see that. You're right.
But I feel like that message that you guys are talking about, the whole
it's
point
definitely
of the
there,
fight is getting reduced by the fact that Vader's just going,
Well, I don't think that was Vader. I think that was Anakin.
It was both of them.
That was Anakin fighting his master. That wasn't Vader fighting a rebel.
He didn't held back in Kenobi.
Well, that plays into it. Even though we didn't get it at that point in time, all of their history, the fucking Revenge of the Sith and the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, to then bring us to where we did end up in A New Hope, even though that was the first thing possible, it understood why the fight wasn't to the same level that it was in Revenge of the Sith. It does make sense when you look at it in that certain perspective.
It's still a lame fight.
It's
lame to see on screen.
My thing with Obi-Wan, though, is I understand emotion and the Force. You know, when your emotions are stronger, the Force is stronger, responds to you. I get all that. But why did we have to wait this many movies and this many shows to see this badass Obi-Wan? Yeah. Why did he never use any of those Force abilities in any movie, any show?
Yeah.
Dude can counteract Vader.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the several times.
And that was the only time he's picking up boulders and rocks with emotion. I wish we could have got that Obi-Wan where I don't care if it was the animated Clone Wars.
Oh yeah.
If we would have just seen him in a battle where his whole platoon was about to die, where he just let go and let that live action Obi-Wan we saw out. That little bit of Anakin that rubbed off on him.
Yeah.
During training, I wish we would have seen that maybe one time prior instead of just going, where did this come from?
True.
Where did all this Force power come from?
Yeah.
I get why it's there, the emotion. He's fighting Vader, his fallen apprentice. I get it. I do. But I just wish we would have seen that. At least a little glimpse.
Yeah.
Before. That's all. I mean, Obi-Wan wasn't that bad. It was kind of bad, but not... I would.
Talking about the show?
Yeah.
I had my issues.
Yeah, I definitely had my issues.
Making it a movie, cutting out the boring part.
Which
I don't think it needed to be a show. It did not need to be a show. There's not enough there to be a show. Obi-Wan's
so
not
much
that
filler.
exciting of a character after Order 66.
And just the time period. It's
Whoa,
just there wasn't that much.
We're talking
going
about Ben here. We're talking about Big Ben. You telling me he's not an interesting character when he's a hermit?
Ben Kenobi
That was
is
a
not
great-
that
he's
interesting.
not.
The only gripe
The whole
we'll have
point was in
with
the
the
Nop-
Kenobi show was that stupid Leia chase scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Reva,
yeah.
And Reva's entire plotline.
which is like half the fucking show. To be honest.
Yeah.
So that about wraps up our Galactic headlines. We're getting into some other topics I have here. I got some mini game segments for you guys.
All right, so I have an Acolyte question. I know it's not highly valued in the Star Wars universe. I know people kind of dismissed it. I didn't even survive the whole first season. I watched probably 3 episodes.
You didn't even finish it.
finish?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Good for
That's
you,
how.
honestly, yeah.
We watched the whole thing. And
Me and my
just got
buddies.
worse.
So
I
me and
watched it
so
twice.
my other group of friends is equally as nerdy as all of us, right? Just separate friend groups, but saying
Right.
into the same shit. And we started Acolyte in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
And after the first episode, I said stop. I said stop.
That's where
I
I
said
should've stopped.
I have a major gripe within the first 15 minutes of this episode. Please tell me I forget her name, but the Jedi, the female
I
Jedi,
couldn't tell you a single character.
the one they were in the bar or that
Yeah,
whatever.
and she had the knife thrown through
Yeah.
her.
So, how does a Jedi Master get killed by a Sith teenager with kunai?
Like this. With bad writing.
Bad writing is your best.
You
choice.
have a Jedi Master that is, and back then they practiced the Force way more before
Yes.
the
They
Jedi
all
Council.
have like a spider
They-
sense.
So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
telling me a Sith teenager that didn't even know what she wanted to be?
Not even a true Sith yet.
No,
Yeah,
just
she
an
was just kinda dark
assassin,
side,
just
yeah.
kind of a dark side. Killed a Jedi Master that is fluent in the dark side and the good side of the Force
Awful.
by a kunai
Yeah, I don't know.
that she knew she had. It wasn't like a surprise, like,
Yeah,
oh, here,
yeah.
no.
The whole show's a disaster.
And we also didn't need a gay person in the first 15 minutes of the first episode.
Did we have that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Which that's fine, but it's the way Acolyte did it. Like Avengers, Infinity War, like when the female group came through, that was cool.
Fair,
That
yeah.
was fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
They did it right. They did it cool. It was like, oh damn, the females showed up. They mean fucking business, right? They're standing on
Badass.
business.
Oh yeah.
Acolyte did it in a sense to what makes people hate shows.
It was Disney 101.
It was they brought this and we didn't need to know that the girl's parents that were dead, by the way, that we would never meet, were lesbian.
Well, technically wasn't that entire.
We didn't need to
planet
know
bunch
that.
of Lesbos?
It was their covenant of
Yes,
witches.
but we didn't know that when she said that. We didn't need to know. Like they brought so much modern day issues into the very first episode. Like when I forget the Sith teenager. What the hell was her name? I forget.
I
But anyway,
couldn't even
she was
tell you.
like my mom's, and I paused it.
But the problem, I mean, all that aside, the biggest problem was the lore accuracy of the fact that they
Right,
created
but
life
on top
that
of-
what's his name?
Right. Yeah.
Darth Plagueis.
Yep.
Was
Yep.
able
Darth
to do.
Plagueis the Wise.
They
Who
destroyed
only he
the
was able to
Chosen
really
One
do.
prophecy.
Yeah.
It was
But
horrible.
Technically, Palpatine learned it. That's how he was able to fucking.
But what are your
Come back
guys'
again.
takes on a Jedi? Not, this isn't a Jedi Master in in BBY that we know it as Obi-Wan, Anakin, Yoda. This is a Jedi Master way back when
The High Republic.
when they weren't scared of the dark side. They knew the dark side.
The High Republic was the Jedi peak. They
Right,
that was the
right.
pinnacle of the
So
Jedi.
how-
That
the
could
hell-
be why they got caught off guard because no one really attacks them like that. But
But the Sith were
there
present
is-
then.
to
So
play-
they should have been expecting that. The Sith were present, not absent like when the timeline we know. So I mean, like it was just if there was a Sith Lord there that helped kill that something, not this 15-year-old delinquent with a kunai
Right.
that just said, "Wow," like
To
come
play devil's
on.
advocate, there was several non-Force users that have killed Jedi throughout even like the Clone Wars. TV
Yeah,
show.
Cad Bane,
Cad Bane,
Boba Fett,
Grievous.
Grievous. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but Grievous
But
was
they were
built
all-
to counter Jedi.
Yes, yeah.
So, but I just I don't know.
That's the only.
But
devil's
and
advocate
then it's
thing I
like just
got.
not. I don't want to be too walk the line here of people canceling and this and that. But just outside of whether you believe you don't like gays in movies or whatever, like just the way they brought it in the first episode, so in your
forced.
face, and forced, no pun intended. But seriously, it was like not what the fans wanted, and it was very pushed in your face and forced. Like, we got a gay guy in the first 15 minutes, which fine, whatever. I'm sure there were gay Jedi.
Written properly,
right?
Yeah.
If we found out subtly, not in your face, forced and pushed in, like, oh my god, okay, that's a little too much, and then it's like, I wish they would have brought up the lore, like you were just saying about the moms. Mm-hmm. They didn't give us that information right away. The girl just said, "Oh, my moms," and then it's like, and then the gay guy. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but it felt so just in your face and just modernized and just it didn't need to be in Star Wars like that.
I was so excited to see an actual like New Republic.
Right, exactly. I was so excited to see OG badass Jedi that weren't like, no violence unless we have to, and like the Obi-Wan
traditional,
like
Jedi.
Obi-Wan is like the face of what a Jedi should be in our timeline. Mm-hmm. Like it was I thought
for that.
Yeah, right. I thought it was going to be refreshing to see like a back in the day Jedi, like what they read holocrons about.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be very cool, and then the first episode I shut it off.
Or even like the bleeding of the Kyber crystal towards the end, where it's like mid-battle she bleeds it.
Or who's the villain that shuts off his lightsaber and reactivates it in the middle of the fight?
There's no shot they actually did that.
Yeah, in Acolyte, right?
Dude, I don't.
Yes,
I don't remember
in Acolyte. I
tried to block that show out of my
in
mind.
Acolyte, there's a because that style of combat's like forbidden among it's a Jedi and Sith agreement that they do not do that. It's like in a unwritten rule, dishonorable. So nobody shuts off their lightsabers and how like when they clash mid battle and they don't unignite and reignite. Well, this character in Acolyte, I haven't watched it, but I've seen so many clips now. I basically watch a show. This guy, he's got like a mask, kind of like
he's the main bad guy.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Forge girl from Mando.
Yeah.
He's got like a kind of a mask on, the armor, and he's got the lightsaber, and he's deactivating it. And that was so fucking cool to see. But the show was ruined. Like if they would have taken the choreography from Acolyte and put it into the Rey movies. I don't think that would have been nearly as bad.
Yeah, that's probably like the main drawback of the Rey movies is the choreography.
Yeah, swinging lightsabers like they're 200 pounds and they're out of breath and I've never trained with them. I'm like, Kylo Ren, you were trained by Luke.
Yeah.
It's
so stupid.
And you're swinging even like Luke you just picked it up yesterday.
Even Luke swinging.
Yeah. Last Jedi, horrible. Let's get into some mini games I have for you guys. First one I have up on deck. I got some hot takes for you guys. So basically, you're just going to tell me if you agree or disagree. Anakin is the best written character in Star Wars.
I agree.
I would have to agree.
I agree with that as well.
I would definitely have to agree.
Not just Star Wars. I mean, in sci-fi.
I was going to say sci-fi.
Anakin the Chosen One prophecy, the tragedy of Anakin Skywalker is one of the best character development arcs we've seen.
Because it wasn't just his own mind that turned him to the dark. It was the Jedi.
Oh, totally.
It wasn't. It wasn't. I like how they had a good and an evil. Even the good almost manipulating him without knowing, without even trying. Yeah. Like the fact that they had both sides written to perfection to turn him on his own terms, even though it wasn't his own terms, was masterful.
Yep.
Like the Jedi were restricting his options and saying, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do that, which made him rebel and lash out. And then the evil side was like, hey, you can do all that here. Well, the good side didn't know the bad side was doing that, and then Anakin kind of made his own downfall by never giving in to one side. It's like everything about his character is just...
Definitely. Yeah, I completely agree. My favorite character, maybe in all of fiction in general, to be honest.
He is one of the best, but... To be honest, we got to talk about, if we're going to bring that up, we got to talk about the fact that he's had some horrible dialogue throughout the prequels.
I'll give you Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones has got to be one of the worst dialogues in movie history.
But that makes Revenge of the Sith, his arc with Padme, so much more impactful. I love Attack of the Clones. Like, sure, the dialogue may be messy, but their arc of them on Naboo, it's beautiful.
Yeah, yes.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yes.
They moved a little fast. They moved a little.
Look who we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, They're both baddies.
And
let's be real.
Wouldn't
Anakin
wouldn't you have moved fast if it was Padme?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I'm not blaming the dog. I'm blaming Padme. How does it go from? No, you're just Annie from a couple years ago.
Growing up, I wished I was Anakin every night.
We're getting married for real. Especially in Attack of the Clones.
All right, next one I have here for you guys. Sequels ruin the saga.
I agree.
I don't even think that's
They're
a
bad.
topic.
No, I know.
They're bad mostly because of the fact that they kept switching directions. It's not.
think-
That's not a.
yeah.
It's not a
It's
coherent.
the
story.
writing ruined.
If they would have, like Last Jet, like everybody loved Force Awakens, right? Force Awakens is the best of this.
Right, that one's made the most sense. At
but
least.
it was also just a New Hope.
Literally, yes, it was,
cosplaying
yeah.
as
A new generation of A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. If they Last Jedi changed a lot of shit, and everybody was questionable Last Jedi. The fact that they instead of just double down on it and maybe made it make sense for the third movie,
fixing some plot holes and
completely changed
Yep.
everything.
And that's the problem. Every
for the
movie they
third
changed.
for the third episode, that made it even worse.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Leia doing that thing. To be
Mary
honest,
Poppins through
Oh
space.
my god.
my hot take, that wasn't that bad of a I did not mind
Unbelievable. That may be the worst scene in Star Wars in total. In
Yeah.
total.
Yeah,
Yeah,
horrible.
screw your
Horrible.
Ben Kenobi fight. That was
In Clone Wars, they've been in space without spacesuits.
I can accept that.
Yeah,
I can't
cloak.
accept her fucking Mary Poppins. And
Why? She's been known to be a
Horrible.
Force user.
Horrible.
yeah, but we've never seen it out of nowhere. She's
Never
just
seen
like,
that.
oh,
That should
I
have
can
happened
glide
in
my.
like the first season of Clone Wars. I remember when they were saving Plo Koon.
Yeah.
When Plo Koon was trying to save his
Don't care.
troop.
No,
was
for
in
real,
space.
for real. It's
You
Plo
don't
Koon.
care.
He's an alien species. He's not.
Anakin was out there too with Ahsoka. Anakin's entire face should
Don't
be
care.
frosted around. Fuck you.
Don't care.
Fuck you.
Leia scene is horrible.
It's
No,
horrible.
no
Garbage.
argument.
But she's even wearing a dress like Mary Poppins. Like, come on.
All she needed was a little umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Luke and Kylo fight? That was a decent fight.
The one where he projects himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't
okay.
make sense.
So,
him projecting
doesn't
himself.
make sense.
But the actual choreography and the actual
Was it
fight
pretty
scene
cool?
was pretty cool.
It was pretty
With the
cool.
fucking red sand.
Fair?
Yeah, and all-
I think Scarif might be one of my favorite planets.
like,
they
with
introduced
all
in
the
Star Wars.
walkers shooting at him.
Oh my God,
And then the
yeah.
dust settles, and he's just like,
He's still
that
standing.
was pretty
That
cool.
wasn't Scarif. Scarif was Rogue One.
You're right.
Yep.
That is, okay.
But, like-
Mr. Lordron.
But you can see it.
Actually, what was the name of that planet?
I don't know. I have no
But, like,
clue.
you can actually
Jamie,
see.
look it up.
for like a split second when the dust settles and Luke is standing there still after the walkers shoot him, you can like see the sense of fear fall over the stormtroopers,
Oh,
fall
totally,
over Kylo. I wish they would have ran with that a little bit more. I wish they would have ran with the whole fear thing of one of the last standing great Jedi Masters.
Yeah.
Instead of just go, oh, I force projected, I'm old, I'm tired, good night.
And then he
Like-
just dies.
Right, like it almost had a Ben Kenobi aspect, almost, but it didn't.
But
Yeah.
that's
fell
what the
short.
look they were going to.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have been
Crate was the name of the planet.
Crate.
Crate.
Okay.
What a
That's
basic
scary.
ass name to remember too. Crate.
All right, I got a next one here for you guys. Darth Vader is the best Star Wars villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best movie villains.
100%.
Palpatine
Pure.
is probably second.
Yeah, he was great. Just the screen time, the aura that Darth Vader gave
Yeah.
us, nothing will compare.
And I think the Return of the Sith, Jesus Christ, Revenge of the Sith, Grievous was also pretty up there.
I
That
love
just
Grievous.
that movie though.
Fair. I liked him in Clone Wars too.
Yeah, but him in that, when he's like,
He was
you're
more
shorter
powered.
than I thought, or like that, that Grievous was pretty like just.
He was
We're
menacing.
writing
Yeah.
7 seasons of Clone Wars just to make sure that Anakin and General
meet.
Grievous don't meet just
Yeah.
for one line to make sense.
Yeah, thought you'd be
Hey,
Shout
taller.
out to
Kudos.
Dave Filoni for that.
All right, next one I got here for you. This one will be interesting. Oh, one thing I did want to. Oh, I think I skipped one here. Obi-Wan peaked in Episode 3.
I mean,
In terms of what? Just as a character?
Yeah, like in terms of his potential. I mean, he took down the Chosen One.
He did.
but he also kind of in Obi-Wan. Did he peek in Obi-Wan?
He did it again.
So
but as Vader.
I loved that fight.
But it's Vader, not Anakin.
And it doesn't make sense that Obi-Wan didn't finish him in that.
But it's also my only argument to the Mustafar fight is Anakin wasn't fully evil power yet. Yes, he was strong, but he wasn't like engulfed in it.
He was
just
blinded by his emotions.
Right. He wasn't just pure darkness, accepted the dark yet. Like, he would have been, if you would have given that like another 6 months and he was just next to Palpatine hunting Jedi as a human still, Obi-Wan would have stood zero chance.
I agree.
Because he was freshly turned and just accepted the dark side, he was still letting it flow through him. He was still letting himself accept the dark side. So he was just angry. He wasn't a Dark Lord yet. He was just pissy.
I mean, he's still technically a master in his own right.
He was a master at 16, let's be real.
I mean, he should have been.
But,
All right, let me get one more here for you guys. I got 2 more, actually. Prequels are better than the originals.
No comment. I'm not trying to get flamed in the comments.
Nate?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm not getting flamed.
Yes,
I'm
they
scared.
are.
I'm scared.
I don't give flame me. That's
I'm
fine.
going to say disagree.
Flame me.
I'm going to say disagree.
I'm going to say I absolutely love and respect the originals. However, I grew up on the prequels.
Yes.
The bias is towards
I'm going to be, I'm going to be biased, and I do not care.
And towards Clone Wars. That
Clone Wars
era
is
is what
is
where Star Wars is in my heart.
Yep.
Originals, I think, is a better written, better story.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They both have their pros and cons.
Revenge of the Sith is a pinnacle peak film in the fight.
That's my favorite movie. That's my favorite Star Wars movie.
It's totally justified. I get
my
it.
number one.
But 4, 5, 6 are all fantastic films. 3 is a fantastic film.
Yes.
As many problems and issues, CGI dialogue as it has. 1 and 2, not saying they're bad. They're okay. They're good.
I also think Phantom Menace is a little underrated.
That's
I feel
a
like
good topic.
I feel like
okay.
people leave the Phantom Menace out of question, but that movie means so much.
It's a very political film, which
Like
I do
it,
appreciate.
dude. God.
But Jar Jar, though.
I love Jar Jar.
Just take out 3 here for a sec. We're comparing 1 and 2 versus the original. You're really gonna choose 1 and 2 over 4, 5, 6?
The main reason if episode 3 sucked, originals. Like episode 3 blows 1 and 2 out of the water and almost blows most of the original trilogy out of the water.
See, I don't know if I agree with that.
One movie is almost as good as the entire. That's where I'm at.
It's a
episode
very
3 is
hot take.
almost as good as the entire original trilogy.
Because I've seen The Empire Strikes Back about as much as Revenge of the Sith.
That's my favorite
So
film.
I go back and forth. Those two are like
Yeah.
just my ones I put on to go to bed. Like it's one of those
Yep.
two. Although I do like watching some Ewoks on Endor. So
Oh yeah, I love it.
And a lot of people at the time had a problem with Return of the Jedi.
Yes, with the Ewoks especially back in the day.
Come on,
That
man.
was their Jar Jar.
how do you not
Yeah,
want
it
C-3PO
was
to
their
rule
Jar
the
Jar.
Ewoks? Come on.
I loved it.
How do you
personally.
fucking love
I
Ewoks?
loved it.
I think it gave us a side of Star Wars that we wanted to see. More of the
see
galaxy,
so much,
different
yeah.
races. But no, like before the
see so much
sequels, so
monsters
like
and shit so
like
far.
we wanted to see other races and their religions and how they
Yeah.
do life. And I think going to Endor and what's the home of the Ewoks? Yoda goes there during
Endor.
Order 60.
Endor.
That
Or,
yes.
or are you talking about where Yoda went?
Where Yoda went to
Dagobah.
where Yoda went to defend the Ewoks, their home world.
Oh, that's just still Endor.
Endor.
That's
How
okay.
did
That's
Yoda go to Endor?
during Order 66 when he turned around and killed the stormtrooper.
No, that was with the Wookiees.
Yeah.
Or the Wookiees, not the
Oh,
Ewoks.
that was
Jesus.
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk,
Yep,
thank you.
yep.
I said
You said Kamino?
I said
I know,
Ewoks.
yeah,
I said
yeah.
Ewoks. I meant Wookiees. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that scene alone, like when you understood how wise Yoda was, the trooper didn't even move yet, and Yoda was just like dead. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god. I don't know. I go back and forth with my favorites. I wouldn't say prequels or sequels is my favorite because Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith, I constantly have one of those two on.
Revenge of the Sith.
I just
It's fantastic.
Well, you said you don't think it's as good as the entire original trilogy?
Not it.
Story-wise, cinematic-wise,
original trilogy that gave us
cinematic-wise, dude. Revenge of the Sith.
If we're gonna look at it from an analytical film standpoint, the movie's actually dog shit. Revenge of the Sith. No, if we're being real, like the writing, the dialogue, the CGI is awful.
The CGI is not awful.
The CGI is awful.
No,
in Revenge of the Sith.
no, I don't.
It is.
You can say that about the first and second episodes, not that third episode.
Then you look at the deleted scenes too, which granted it's not finished, so I understand.
You're right.
It's not a
Yeah, we
film.
watched it. We watched it.
But I mean, analytically, it's not a good movie. As a Star Wars fan,
Analytically, it's not actually a good movie. Episode 3 is a fucking fantastic movie through and through.
Yes.
As a Star Wars fan, I am agreeing with you. As a film fan, I'm disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie.
Why?
Okay, but film fans that aren't Star Wars fans, opinions are undetected.
Bitch.
Just gonna move on to the next one here.
No. Why is Episode 3 filmatically a bad movie?
No hate. No hate. Actually curious.
Genuinely.
If a non-Star Wars fan, that was their first movie, like, why would they rate it not that good?
In terms of someone who isn't into Star Wars,
Yeah.
and they have no...
They don't know any lore. They just watch
and they don't
Revenge of the
want to
Sith.
watch them all.
Yeah, they just watch Revenge of the Sith, and that's all they know.
That is the one film I will show them, is Revenge of the Sith. And
So it is a good film.
No, it's a good Star Wars movie.
No, it's
not a good movie. It's not.
Why?
It's not. Like I already described, the CGI is not good.
The CGI is fucking phenomenal.
We'll have to pull it up on YouTube and we can show you.
It's so good.
It's not
The
good.
fucking beginning.
Transformers came out in 2007 and it blows.
And it's on par.
It's not on par.
You're on crack. You're smoking crack.
Love the fight scene. We're going to get into it a little bit here.
The opening sequence of them fighting like the ships and shit. Are you telling me that's not good CGI?
The little buzz
The entire
droids.
thing
I love
is
that
CGI.
scene. I love that scene.
You love that scene.
I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here.
Not gonna lie.
I love the movie.
I also
Well,
love.
like it's good as a film.
It's a good Star Wars movie.
Man, fuck
I also love how we recognize how badass R2-D2 is in that scene.
Oh my
It's a
god.
Because
film.
the Obi-Wan's droid just gets his head ripped off, and R2's like, "Bring it on, motherfucker!"
Close second is episode 2 where he's just fucking going through that droid factory, like he's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
carrying C-3PO.
Yeah, or like when he puts the oil on the ground and ignites it and kills all the battle
yeah.
droids. I was like, yeah.
Shout out R2-D2.
When he comes flying down the hallway screaming.
Our last one I have here of our hot takes, agree or disagree. Kylo Ren is a top 3 Star Wars character.
Top 3 bad one, yes.
Disagree. I hate
We're gonna
Kylo
disagree.
Ren. Yeah.
I wouldn't
Well,
say I don't hate Kylo Ren, but he's not a top 3 character.
I wish they would have
Yeah,
made
definitely
him less of a crybaby and more of a villain.
He would have been
If you
cooler
said
if he
top
never took his
10,
mask
maybe.
off.
No. He has
Yes
to take it.
and
Dude, the
no.
second
Maybe-
he took it off in Force Awakens,
All I could look at was that damn nose.
just Adam Driver. He's not intimidating as
No.
a person.
The shot of him and Rey in Last Jedi where he's got his pants up to his foot.
Yeah.
I always that's
Like a 1500 looking Crusader ass with his fucking tights all the way up.
Yeah.
Although, have you guys seen that medieval movie with him in it where he's the Lord?
No.
Dude, he's got some damn good. What is the name of it? I can get the name for you later. I watched it, but he plays Matt Damon and Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. Mm-hmm. They play two lords of a kingdom. Ooh. Well, Matt Damon's lord is like very Obi-Wan-esque, very loyal, very I am a general in the army. I will always serve my king. And Adam Driver's more kind of political and rebellious and like, hey, I'm going to do what's good for me, what's going to make me money under the table. And well, they're best friends in the beginning, and they end up finding out, like, Matt Damon's character finds out what Adam Driver's character is doing, and they kind of turn on each other. And it's, Crusaders, knight shining armor, and Adam Driver is beautiful fucking acting. I mean, beautiful. And Matt Damon plays like this rugged, old school brawl knight, just fight to the death, beard to here, burly guy. Just both actors, just phenomenal. My favorite movie I watched. Favorite movie I watched this year.
Have you seen the one with Timothy Chalamet? What was it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where he's also like a Night Lord. And
Nah, bro.
Also,
the King?
He gives STDs to people, bro. I don't know.
Rumor has it.
Rumor has it Timothy Chalamet has herpes.
Yeah.
We have the inside scoop.
From another podcast.
Our source is we made it the fuck up.
There's some backing.
There's some backing on the internet. It's from another podcast that we don't talk to.
That about wraps up our hot takes, agree or disagree section. Stay tuned for the next one.